many people would this be your first time seeing Lindsey Stirling? There we go. Well, we have a lot of very special things planned for you tonight. We're going to be playing some Christmas songs from her new album, Snow Waltz. We're going to be playing some Christmas songs from her last album. We're going to be telling some stories, and we're going to be taking questions from all of you. So, at one point in the show, I'm going to ask, does anyone have any questions? Now, if you are the first person to raise your hand and ask a question, you will get yourself a signed Lindsey Stirling poster. Thank you, thank you.
Welcome.
Now, everyone, please welcome Lindsey Stirling.
I think I overheard from the cheers. Is this a lot of your first time seeing me live? Yeah. Wow! Wait, okay, how many of you guys have seen me perform before? Like 50-50? Yeah. Oh my goodness, well, for those of you returning, I see some familiar faces in the crowd. This is really, really fun. Yes, oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. You changed your hair. I love it. I love the blonde. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, kiss her back. Okay, yes, please do. I have another question. How many of you guys were here almost 10 years ago when I performed in this building? Oh my goodness! That is so crazy. I walked in today and I immediately was just flooded by so many memories of like, oh, I remember this show. I remember how special it was. And honestly, when I played here, it made me fall in love with France because you guys were so amazing. And really, I do think that the best audiences, the best fans in the world. You probably think I'm just saying that, but I say that in every country I go to. Where are the best fans? I'm like, oh, they're in Japan, but really they're in France. Anyways, guys, Merry early Christmas. I love the Santa hats. Thanks for being here so early for Christmas. So yeah, we're gonna kick it off by playing some covers, a few originals. And let's see if you guys recognize this first one. I actually did the arrangement with Mark Ballas, who was my partner when I was on Dancing with the Stars. And he's also an amazing guitar player. So we had a lot of fun making a flamenco version of Feliz Navidad. have great energy, but also you guys can clap on beat. Like as a performer, whenever the audience starts to clap, you're like, oh no, because usually it gets really messy. But you guys were like on the whole time.
We're friends.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So the French are great musicians too. So okay, this next song we're gonna play for you. I love Celtic music. I always have, and I don't know. When I was writing an arrangement for this particular song, I was like, I think I need to do it in a Celtic song because the song was Joy to the World, and I was like, so we need to use the happiest form of music, which to me is Celtic. And actually a fun little adventure that Sammy and I recently had was...
I was going to say, do you want to tell them?
I think we should tell them.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, it hasn't been announced yet anywhere, but actually this week I'm releasing a music video that was filmed all over the west coast of France. So, and it was actually perfect because, we were told this is like the roots of where Celtic music and culture came from. And so, anyways, we came here to film it. Let's see, where were the places we went to? We went to Dinan.
Dinan?
That's where you're from? I love Dinan. I was like, I could stay here forever. It's so charming. We were only there for like 3 hours, but it was amazing.
Best 3 hours.
Best 3 hours of my life, yeah. We went to Brittany, went to Brest. Where else did we go?
Went to Quiberon. Yeah? All right.
Gorgeous coast. I tell you, the coolest thing about this music video is as we were driving to our planned location, we would just see like a castle on the side of the road, and we'd like walk in and it was fine, and so we'd start filming, and anyways or we found like a cliff on the side of the road that was just gorgeous. And so many of the music video shots are literally us just driving around, and we filmed it all in one day. Which,
and we don't have castles back home, so that's really special.
Yeah, that's so true. But I was like, yeah, duh. No. To us, this was like magic. And also, I filmed by Merlin's tomb. Mm-hmm. Very cool. Anyway, so it was one of the coolest trips I would say I've ever taken.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah. So always going to be a magical memory in my mind. And so, anyways, here you go. No further ado, here's Joy to the World.
So, Lindsay,
Yes.
what made you decide to play a show like this in Paris?
Well, you know what? I have been trying to bring my Christmas tour over to Europe since I wrote a Christmas album. Armel will tell you. Some of you guys know Armel. He's been putting on my shows here in France from the beginning. And so he'll tell you, I've been bugging them to bring my Christmas tour over, and it just hasn't worked out yet. And so this year, again, they told me, Lindsay, I'm sorry, we can't bring your Christmas show to Europe. And so I said, well, then I'm going to go. I'll just come. And I drug Sammy along with me, and we were only able to pick a few places to come, and I had to come to Paris. So thank you for coming back. Thanks for being here. This is so special. This is so special to be in this room with you guys. You know, one of the first places I ever played in Europe, and also it's just really nice to be in such an intimate, close space. I don't get to do shows like this anymore. So anyways, thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for coming.
Would you like to take a question from
Yes.
the crowd?
Yes, we want to do some audience questions. So does anyone have any, oh, first hand!
You win the
You
poster!
win the poster! What's your name?
Sam.
Zen?
Close enough.
Sam.
We'll take Sam.
Dang it. Okay.
Do you ever plan on releasing a new Irish jig?
Do you ever plan on releasing a new Irish jig?
Does what I just played count as an Irish jig? Oh, close. That's my version of an Irish jig, and I actually just wrote a new song that I'm hoping to release next year. I've been working on my next album while I was writing a Christmas album, and I would consider it Celtic. Maybe not quite Irish, but it's definitely in the same family of like what you just heard, like that same style. But maybe I'll try to lean in a little bit more. Do you like Mairead Nesbitt?
Yes.
She's a good friend of mine, so maybe I'll ask her for some help. I'll be like, Mairead, apparently I'm not Irish enough in my music, because she does it right. She's amazing. So maybe I'll ask Mairead for some help. All right, yeah.
Hi. First of all, I'm just super excited to see you so close.
We're so close.
I wanted to ask you if you would ever perhaps collab with Marina from Marina and the Diamonds. Yeah.
Would you ever collab with Marina from Marina and the Diamonds?
Sammy likes to repeat the question.
So my friends at the back can hear it, right?
No, for good reason. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I cut you off. I don't let you do it. Okay, I'll remember. I love Marina. I've never met her, but I love her music. Prima Donna Girl is like on my my workout playlist. It's on my Pump Me Up playlist. Anyways, I think she's awesome. So if the opportunity arose, yes, I would 100% work with her. She's amazing.
Should we take one more?
Let's take another one. Okay, Sammy, I'm gonna let this be Sammy's choice.
Oh, okay. I like to choose people in the back. So
We
all
don't
the
have any
shy.
questions. Oh wait, we got some with the.
Oh, we got. Go for it.
When you wrote a new album, do you have already in mind the thematic like for Artemis, or you wrote the song before and then the album comes next?
Ooh, you know what? I feel like. Oh, sorry.
Wait, yeah, I missed that. I'm not very good at my job either.
Do you want me to repeat the
Yeah,
question?
go for it. We'll have you. I picked him, so you get
So
to
it's my
repeat
turn to repeat the question. I got your back. Okay. So you were asking kind of, does the album inspire the song, or do the songs inspire the album process? You know what? It's different every time. Like when I wrote the Artemis album, I was writing a comic book to go along with it, and so the whole album was very much inspired by these characters, by the story, and by the theme. But you know, that's not always how it is. Like when I wrote, I was staying with Brave Enough. Brave Enough, the album idea inspired the songs. I knew I was writing about loss. But when I wrote Shatter Me, I was just kind of trying to figure out where I was at as I was writing, and then the songs kind of informed the album. So it's kind of different every time. And sometimes it's just a music video idea will come to me, and then that inspires a song. And I'm like, I need to write the song so I can make that story now. So yeah, to me, inspiration comes in all different types of ways, which is kind of fun. It keeps it different.
Totally. Yeah. Could I ask the next question?
Yes,
for you?
me.
So this next song is called Warmer in the Winter. Do we know it? Okay. So it's the name of your first Christmas album and also a song on the album. And it happens to be a song that you sing on. And most of us know you as a violin player first. So could you talk a little bit about...
You notice I'm hydrating my vocal cords.
Exactly, you're getting ready, I'm queuing you up.
So yeah, Warmer in the Winter was the first time I ever fully sang a full song on an album. And it was actually not... I didn't plan on doing that, but when I wrote the song, I sang the demo because there was no other, I was writing it with a male producer, and we wrote it for a female voice, so I sang the demo, and then as the album release was coming closer and closer, we just couldn't seem to find anyone who felt right for the song. And so I was actually on tour in South America when the album was almost due, and so I just decided, I was like, well, I'm just gonna sing it. And so I went into a studio, we found a studio in Colombia, I believe it was, and we just went to this man's house, and so I recorded it in a home studio in some guy's basement in Colombia, and that is the recording you hear on Warmer in the Winter. So anyways, it was kind of fun how it all came to be, but a funny thing about recording is, as you know, you're all by yourself, and you can sing it as many times to get the part right, and then you don't think about the fact, at least I didn't think about the fact that, oh, now I'm gonna have to sing this live for people. Oh no, that's terrifying. So anyways, let's sing it live for people.
Let's see if you can sing it live for people.
Let's see if we can do it, okay.
Let's go.
PJs with fuzzy socks, ugly sweaters with polka dots, warm cookies had my fill. I might have gained a pound or two to help with the chill. Hot cocoa, piping hot, snuggled up in our favorite spot. Whisper things we shouldn't say, and I don't plan on leaving here till Christmas Day. Windows frosted, summer sleeping, but I don't really mind. I know that it's cold outside, the world is bundled up in white. I just need you by my side, 'cause I'm warmer in the winter with you. does your hat, the little, we gotta turn some house lights on if they're already, the little ears like go up and down. They were definitely going to the beat of the song. I don't know if that was intentional, but they were like, do, 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 do. I don't know. I was like, is that really happening, or am I just extra, drink too much caffeine? Anyways, thank you, love the hat. Okay, so this next song, this gets into a little bit more of the spiritual side of Christmas, I guess the religious side of what the Christmas holiday comes from. I myself am religious, and so I love that Christmas has so many sides to it. There's like happy-go-lucky, and then there's like really sweet, and then, you know, this side that means a lot to people's faith. And when I did this arrangement, I didn't want it to just represent the night of the birth of Christ. I wanted it to represent his whole life and the struggle and the sacrifice that he made for all of us, and, you know, that for my belief, and the hope that it brings me. But because it's an instrumental song, it could mean something completely different to every person. So as I play this song, it obviously represents my faith, but I hope that as you hear it, whatever it is that brings you hope or gets you through something hard, I hope that you hear that for yourself in the music, whatever your version of light is. So, this is O Holy Night.
ask you to talk a little bit about your new album, Snow Waltz, and what inspired it.
Okay, so many of you may know this is my second Christmas album. I've leaned very hard into Christmas. I really like Christmas. But my first Christmas album, I feel like I kind of used it almost as an excuse to kind of step away from my style and step into Christmas style, which was really fun. And this Christmas album, I wanted to take all the sounds of Christmas and kind of pull it into my style. And so I feel like this album feels a lot more me. But also I wanted to put a hint of, like, in some of the songs, a little bit of a hint of spooky. And so you might hear that in some of the songs like Ice Storm and Snow Waltz. There's a little bit of a Halloween edge to it. I wanted to try to combine the two in some of the songs. So this album's slightly darker, but yeah, I loved working on this album.
And what most people might not realize is that when you create a Christmas album, you don't do it in the winter. You
Right.
have to do it when the sun is out and it's really hot.
It's true.
How did you get in the zone?
You know, I feel like I'm really good at getting in the Christmas zone now because, well, basically, guys, I wrote the album in the spring, and then I worked on the music videos in the summer, and then planned the tour in the fall, and now I'm on the tour. So I've been experiencing Christmas since February. And it's just when I'm about to be like sick of it, every time a new phase bumps in and it's like, oh, now we get to work on music videos. I'm re-excited. And then I start to get a little sick of Christmas and it's like, oh, now I'm planning the tour. And then I'm almost burnt out. And then now I'm performing it for you. So I am so excited for Christmas again because I finally get to share it with people who are wearing Santa hats. So yes, it feels all fresh again. And you better believe I like had a Christmas tree up in my house all year to stay in the spirit.
I was going to ask, something that we debate back home is, when does Christmas start? And every year it seems to be a little bit earlier. So I'd love to know, when does Christmas start for you?
I mean, if I wasn't doing albums all year, it would start November 1st for me.
When does it start for you? November 1st?
November 1st? Yeah?
Okay.
Was that across the board, or does that make some people go, ugh?
Halloween wants it back!
Halloween wants it back?
Christmas starts right now at this show, I think, is what we
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'd love to rapid fire a couple questions at you as well about
Sammy
Christmas.
question time. All right.
What is your favorite Christmas tradition?
Oh, the pajamas. I love. You like the pajamas as well?
My subset of my name is PJ as well.
Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Who else likes Christmas pajamas?
How do they say pajamas in French? Okay, that's close enough.
Like pajama?
Pajama.
Oh, you guys, I speak French. Pajama.
Same in Belgium.
Do you guys like match each other like in families and couples and stuff? Do you guys get matching pajama?
Yes.
Anyway, that's my favorite thing, to like match with my family. Also, funny, my mom, from the time I was a kid, she would, well, I guess we didn't know, pajamas would just show up at our doorstep on Christmas Eve, and someone would ring the bell, and then there would be pajamas there. And I am now 36, and still every year, the pajamas show up, and the doorbell is rung on Christmas Eve. And my mom is really fast. We try to catch her. We've only caught her 1 year, and it's because she tripped. And we saw her like trying to scramble up to her feet, and we were like, oh, like, are you okay? But yeah, my mom's quick, so.
Good to know. Good to know.
That's where I get it from.
Yep.
Diane.
Favorite Christmas song?
Okay, Mannheim Steamroller is my favorite. They made my favorite Christmas album, and probably their version of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
Okay. That's the one to compete with?
Yeah, my version's competing with theirs.
Okay, we'll have to take a vote later.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then favorite Christmas treat or food?
Sugar cookies.
Do we have sugar cookies here? Okay, yes?
Well, guess what? We realized when we were asking for sugar cookies in The UK.
No sugar.
They don't have
cookies,
sugar cookies.
No.
Yeah.
What is a traditional, like, French Christmas treat? Okay, we'll have to try
We're
that.
gonna have to try it.
Ice cream.
Ice cream?
Some kind of cake that shapes like a log.
Pie,
Okay.
A cake that's shaped like a log.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious. Can't wait. It's gotta be mince pie though.
Yeah.
We tried mince pie that was the UK's treasure.
France does food a lot better.
You guys do food very well.
You have to get the fruits at the bakery.
I could live off of a croissant.
Yeah.
Like, so good. They don't taste like that in the States. They don't
It's not the
taste
same.
They're not the same.
No.
Yeah, they need to call it something else because it's almost sinful for them to claim that we make croissants because we don't.
Yeah. You win.
We bow.
Yeah. Would you like to take a question or should we go
Yeah,
to
let's
the
take
next
a
song?
question or two. Okay, yes.
In your very first concert in this place here, we offered you a violin
Yes.
that you called Paris. So
Yes.
Do you still have it? And do
I
you
do.
ever plan
Question.
to?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Do you ever plan to bring it back in France to play one day?
Ah.
Okay, two-parter. Two questions, sort of. So, when you played here 9 years ago, they brought you a violin and was wondering if you still have it. And also, do you plan to come back and play again?
Yes. So I do still have it, and it is part of my special violin collection. Like I have cured, through music videos and whatnot. I've cured some violins, and so it's one of my special violins in my collection. And I'll have to see about bringing it back. That would be really cool to bring it back to Paris next time. Because yes, I name all my violins, so that one of course.
How many violins do you have?
I think I have about 17. It's a problem, okay? I'm still a therapist. It's fine. All right. Any other questions? I know there was some in the very back. Yes. How long does it take me to make a song? Oh, I'm sorry, Sammy. Would you please make?
How long does it take you to write your own song or make your own song?
That's a great.
Thank you.
It's a great question. It really depends. Usually, you can write the song in a day. But the thing is, it takes a while to perfect it. It sometimes takes several days. You'll set it aside to think about it for a week and come back to it. So it takes a while to perfect a song, but you can usually get the idea out and know if it's good or not in one day. The other catch to it is, if you could just write good songs every day, you'd make an album in a week. But the problem is for most of us writers, you have to write quite a few songs to find the good ones. So it's I think my last album, I had 30 songs that just went right in the trash can. Because they just weren't good, But then again, it's a funny thing. Sometimes songs that barely make the album, it's maybe my least favorite song on the album, sometimes that's a fan favorite. And so I'm how many songs do I have in my trash can that could have been fan favorites?
You can still pick them up.
It's a dangerous thought.
Lindsey Stirling, the trash can.
That's actually a great name for an album, the trash can. I can hardly wait to make the music video.
Yeah.
Like Oscar the Grouch theme.
Awesome. Well, this next song, Ice Storm, leans a bit more rock and roll than you've gone before.
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so actually, at the beginning of this year, I was working on a rock album. And I was really struggling and just kind of feeling a lot of writer's block, and I threw a lot of songs in the trash can for my future album. And so I ended up one day writing a Christmas song and finally felt inspired, and that's actually why I created a Christmas album this year, was because I was like, oh my gosh, I feel inspired about this, and I wasn't feeling inspired about rock at the moment. But before I fully transitioned to writing a Christmas album, I would take one writing session to write a rock song. Then the next day I'd work on a Christmas song. And then I'd work on a rock song the next day, and then Christmas. And I was going back and forth. And so one day I went to a writing session, and the producer was like, what are we working on today? And I was in my mind thinking, rock or Christmas, a rock or Christmas. And so I just told him, we're making a Christmas rock song. And that is how Ice Storm came to be. But we're actually going to do a very different version for you today. I was actually inspired by a fan cover. It's a girl named Jillian from the Philippines, and she did this like very lullaby-sounding piano version of Ice Storm, and I thought it was really cool. So we're going to do an acoustic version for you today.
A cover of a cover.
Yeah, right? A cover of a cover of a cover. Okay, so this next song is another original from my recent album, and it's actually kind of the song that inspired the direction for the album. And I'm a big fan of Harry Potter, and so any other Harry Potter fans out there? And I just love that Harry Potter is like whimsical and magical. It feels very Christmassy to me, but then there's also like a little bit of mysterious darkness in there. There's a little bit of edge. And so I told the producers when I was working with them, I was like, I want this to feel very like in the Harry Potter world. A lot of magic, a lot of whimsy, but a little bit of darkness. So as we were writing it, I actually, in the middle of the session, all of a sudden saw in my mind these skeletons just dancing around and being very ornate and gaudy in their way, but like in a Christmas set. And so I told the producers I was working with, I was like, oh, this is the story. I do that a lot in sessions. All of a sudden, halfway through, I'll get the idea, and then I tell the producers, I'm like, oh, we're writing a showdown between a guitar-slinging outlaw and a violinist. And I get these ideas, and that's often where my music videos are born. So that's where this music video was born, and this is Snowballs.
Has anyone seen Lindsey Stirling's TikToks?
Yes! Thank you, because I spend a lot of time on that. I spend a good amount of my life nowadays making TikToks, making vertical videos. What has become of me?
Well, one thing that you've started at your shows was filming TikToks with the audience.
I have. Would you guys be interested Okay.
Talk me through it, Lindsey.
Okay, maybe, Sammy, I think my phone is in the dressing room.
Oh no, I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm sorry, I should have brought it. I'm so unprepared. Okay.
So guys,
Ooh, I'm so excited. We're going to do a TikTok. I think I have the perfect idea. So there's a new trend I've seen going around. I say we do it like a trending thing. Let's be trendy, guys, okay? All right. So. Okay, so gotta find a space for everything.
No problem.
Okay. So, how this trend goes is it's like someone runs into something or they hit themselves or they run into, do something that's like, ow, and it makes them go, ah, 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 ah. And then the music comes in, the staying alive, okay? So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna accidentally smack myself in the head with my violin bow. And when that happens, all of you are like, oh, kind of make it like, oh, ah, that's, ooh. And then as soon as I said staying alive, you guys are all gonna go, staying alive. Okay? Does that sound doable? So Alec, can you play the sound bite for us so we can, so here we go. I think it got warped, sorry. It's a little slow. But I think, let me know if you can fix it, Alec. Oh. Why do I do this to myself? Anyway, and you guys all react as I say, ah, ah, ah. You're like, ah. And there's three of them. Ah, 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 ah. Stay alive. Stay alive. All right, Sammy, can you see? Oh, yeah. Can we get some house lights on? Maybe as many lights on our audience as we can, if possible.
Okay.
It's broken. It's broken.
Are they broken?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay, we'll give them 2 seconds to see if they can get the house lights on. Maybe? Oh, they're trying to light you guys. Oh, I see some. There we go. Okay, I see more of you now. Oh, do they have to keep moving? I think so. Okay. How's that look, Sammy?
Great.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay. All right, I'm ready. All right. And now you're opening TikTok famous. Thank you.
Can you attack a roll?
And don't worry, my head will be fine. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's take another question or two.
Absolutely. Question from the audience? Oh, we got a first hand right over here.
Hello.
I just wanted to ask, when you did your first Christmas concert live during lockdown,
Oh, yeah.
did you ever release it on DVD or something?
When you did your first Christmas concert live during lockdown or COVID.
You're killing it, Sammy.
Yeah, thank you. This is not my
You're
forte.
doing great. You're doing great.
When you released your first
No, I'm just making you nervous.
Christmas special during lockdown.
Yes,
You did one.
I did.
Do you plan on ever releasing it?
I would love to. I really need to find a way to release it because I'm not gonna lie, of all the projects I've ever worked on, it's probably the one I'm the most proud of. Just also the fact that it was done during lockdown and we were able to make it happen, and it's such a special memory for me and my crew and my dancers so yeah, it's a very near and dear to my heart project. And so I actually want next year, my plan is, I haven't even told this to my team yet. By the way, Sammy's part of my management team as well, so he's wearing multiple hats today. But by the way, manager Sammy, I next year would like to film some songs from the new Christmas album and add them to the Christmas special and then release it on DVD.
Yeah, we're gonna need to talk about that.
Okay. But yeah, I would like to do that with some additional numbers to make it kind of feel special and new. But yes, I'm glad you enjoyed it and liked it. Thank you. Yeah, I like your Luna sweater.
Do you know a song in French that you can play on violin?
She actually doesn't speak French. Just kidding, that was a really bad joke. I need Drew here for that. Okay, let me see if I can remember it. Hold on.
We're trying something live.
We're trying. This is unpracticed, unrehearsed. it's one of the most beautiful songs. The Vienna Rose, right?
That's
Alright, way to put me on the spot, girlfriend. Okay, I see you. Okay, maybe one last question. Yes.
Yes. I would like to say that you have a really great voice, and I would like to know if you are gonna release some more song with your voice.
She said that you have a great voice.
Thank you.
And she wants to know if you're going to release any more songs singing or with your voice.
You know, ever since I did Warmer in the Winter, it kind of gave me the courage to do it a little bit more. And so, like, on this Christmas album, I sing on a few songs. Not, like, the whole song, but I think I sing on 3 or 4. My voice is in a lot of the songs, but I, like, sing lyrics in 3 of the songs. So it's something that I'm more comfortable with. But, you know, also, the problem is when you can work with people like Amy Lee, it's really hard to sing your own songs. When you're like, I could sing it, or I could ask Amy to sing it. So, you know, but maybe I will. Who knows? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So this next song, Carol of the Bells.
Yes. You just spoiled
I just did, yeah. I took that moment from you.
Yeah, that's okay. It's fine.
Is one of your biggest songs from Warmer in the Winter, the album. Could you talk a little bit about why you decided to do a version of that song?
Well, of all the Christmas classics, Carol of the Bells has always been my favorite Christmas song. It's just such a jam. And so yeah, I probably made 3 different versions of Carol of the Bells, you know, before I found the version that was on the album, because I just wanted it to be really good, and I kept kind of swinging at it till I really found a version I liked. And you know, something interesting about Carol of the Bells is actually, I did so many TikToks for it last Christmas. I'm sorry, I was probably all over your For You pages, and you probably were like, I'm so sick of her. But I did so many TikToks for it, but because of that, it was actually trending still in the summer, which is wild to me. So anyways, thank you for supporting my music and Carol of the Bells. And anyways, we're going to do a little bit of a different version again for you on this one. We're going to do it acoustic, because why not? Oh, there she is. There she is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. so special. You know, it's been a long time since I've gotten to come to France and perform, and after, you know, having something I love so much taken away through COVID, and I know we all lost things that we loved during that time, and it just makes it all the more special to be back in a room with all of you on the other side of the world from where I live, sharing what I love. So just thank you. Thank you so much for being here and being with my friends. One last song for you guys. Did I just get booed?
You just got
Oh my, okay.
Now
I'm
you are in quarantine with us.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. But actually, I have a question about this song. Is God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen like a popular song here? Is it one that you guys know well?
Yes.
Some of us.
Okay. Well, it's one of my favorite Christmas songs. So we're going to introduce you to a very odd version of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. I was really excited. The version that I made is not at all, it doesn't sound like the traditional version. So if this is your first intro to it, then it's a bop, it's heavy. So let's do this. This is God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
fan club.
From the French fan club. Hold on, I want to look at it.
I'm gonna hold something.
Will you hold this?
I'll hold that.
That thing?
You don't want to see my skills on this.
Yeah, take it away, Sammy. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is really cool. Oh, you guys are gonna make me cry. These are like all my memories in France. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the time it was the day after Halloween, so we dressed up as bumblebees for the show. That's your picture?
Yes.
I love this picture.
Thank you.
It brings back so many happy memories. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Look at the back on it too, or the front. Does anyone have a flag?
Oh,
Yeah, there's the flag in the bag. In the bag.
this is like a power stance. Look at that. That's some French pride right there. I'm alluding. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, and this festival, the Main Square Festival, that was really fun. Sorry, you guys are just watching me go down memory lane.
Enjoy.
No, this is really, really special. Oh, and you guys all dressed up like pirates!
Yeah.
That's you?
Yep.
Oh! Look at that little magic trick Sammy just pulled.
Same picture, 10 years after.
Should we do that same picture? Okay, here we go.
Okay, one sec. You look beautiful.
Oh, them.
Oh, no.
They look beautiful.
You guys do look beautiful. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for making this so special for me and for just all of us. And guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry